Welcome to the biggest celebration in public education. The 2021 NEA Foundation Salute to Excellence in Education Gala. Tonight, we honor outstanding educators from across the country, everyday heroes making a difference for countless students and communities. Meet the recipients of the California Casualty Awards for Teaching Excellence. Hear the inspiring stories of the Horace Mann awardees and learn which of these 5 will receive the evening's top honor, the NEA Member Benefits Award for Teaching Excellence. Takeru Nagayoshi, Layla Kabesh, Casey Kaiser, Sarah Medallin, Amy Galloway. Tonight, we also will commemorate the life of a leader whose commitment to education justice has transformed countless lives. The late Allison Rennell Brown, recipient of the First National Bank of Omaha Award for Outstanding Service to Public Education, featuring dazzling performances and hosted by Byron Pitts, Emmy Award-winning journalist and co-anchor of ABC's Nightline. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired. And now, we welcome President and CEO of the NEA Foundation, Sarah Sneed.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 NEA Foundation Salute to Excellence in Education. What a night we have planned for you as we celebrate the can-do spirit, the perseverance, the dedication, and the tremendous accomplishments of some of our nation's greatest heroes, public school educators and public schools. I don't think there ever has been a time when this country has been more aware of what educators contribute, not just to children's lives, but to the very heart of community life, to the functioning of our economy, and to democracy. The NEA Foundation is proud to stand in support of educators and public education. We also are grateful for our sponsors, who you will see throughout the night. First, we thank American Fidelity, which sponsored our virtual lounge and photo booth. If you haven't had a chance to visit yet, check it out. You can use that space to congratulate tonight's awardees and to say hello to friends and colleagues. We'd also love to hear from you. Please tag any posts you make about this evening with our event hashtag #NEAFGala. And feel free to send a shout out through social media. Our handles are on the screen. In a few minutes, you'll meet our host for this year's gala, the extraordinary Mr. Byron Pitts. Byron is a renowned journalist, author, and the co-anchor of ABC's Nightline. We're honored to have him with us tonight. But first, we've invited a fantastic group of movement artists to bring a smile to our faces. When I first saw this group for the first time, I knew at once we would bring them to this stage. Exemplifying the rich tradition of stepping, these artists promote step as an educational tool, encouraging teamwork, excellence, and cross-cultural understanding. With performances that have taken them across the globe and most recently to the presidential inaugural celebration, please welcome Step Africa.
Education just now, stay up.
Thank you, Step Africa. Good evening, everybody. I'm Byron Pitts. I'm delighted to be here with you tonight. And by here, I mean in your living room or classroom or closet. Wherever you may be, I'm glad you're joining us for this special event, a night to celebrate excellence. I'm honored to be with you tonight, in part because I know firsthand the power of an educator to change the life of a student and, as a result, the life of an entire family. See, I still remember the names and faces of educators who believed in me before I knew to believe in myself. I was not a strong student, not from the right neighborhood or the right family. But those awesome educators saw past my problems and leaned into my potential. They were my angels. As a person of faith, I believe in miracles and in angels. Tonight, we are here to celebrate angels and the miracles that occur when great educators do what only they can do. So I'm grateful and appreciative for this opportunity to honor some of the greatest educators in this country. Thank you, NEA Foundation and sponsors. Now, what do we have in store for you tonight? Through the power of video, you'll meet some of the nation's top educators, award recipients, who will be recognized in different categories. At the end of the evening, we will present the NEA Foundation's top award, the NEA Member Benefits Award for Teaching Excellence. So definitely stay tuned for that. And of course, the foundation has planned a little extra pizzazz that you won't want to miss. There's also a fun little polling feature we'll use tonight where I pose a question and ask for real-time answers, everyone joining us tonight. Here's how it works. You just click on the poll tab on the right-hand side of your screen, you see it there, and select your answer. I'm looking forward to testing the polling feature with you a little later in the program. Finally, an important request from the foundation. This annual event not only serves to honor educators, but also assist in raising funds for all the ways the NEA Foundation works to support educators and students. And just like about everything else in this area of life, things are a little different this year. So please consider making a donation to the foundation during the program by texting NEAFGALA to 243-725. So to donate, please text only one word, NEAFGALA to 243-725. Thank you. Your contribution will help the NEA Foundation continue its mission of working in partnership with educators and others to promote the absolute best in public education. No gift is too small or too large. Thank you again. Now, I'd like to introduce you to someone representing an important partner and longtime sponsor of the NEA Foundation, California Casualty. Please welcome President and CEO Joe Volpone.
Thank you, Byron. On behalf of our California Casualty family, I can honestly say that I too am honored to be here with all of you tonight for this special event. California Casualty is the NEA auto and home insurance provider, but our amazing employees don't just protect educators, they also deeply value them and realize the impact they have on all of our lives. This gala gives us the opportunity to honor some of the American heroes that we at California Casualty are there to protect. And I have to say, you've never been more heroic than throughout this past year. I'll tell you something else. You've also never been more appreciated by parents. Our partnership with the NEA and state affiliates spans 70 years, and we at California Casualty have always made it our mission to provide peace of mind for the people who serve our communities, the people out there making a difference in our communities and preparing our future leaders. Tonight, you're going to meet 46 of these incredible individuals. Now, because of how important this event is, many often call it the Academy Awards of Education. And tonight, just like the Oscars, throughout the program, we'll be sprinkling in segments that show short videos from our remarkable honorees. So let's start with greetings from the first group of our California Casualty awardees. Here they are to say hello.
Good afternoon. My name is Lamia Gora, and I'm a proud member of the Connecticut Education Association, and I have been a teacher in the Danbury Public Schools for the past 30 years.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Eman. I teach third grade at Pioneer Park Elementary School in Cheyenne, Wyoming. and I'm proud to represent the Wyoming Education Association and the great state of Wyoming. Thank you.
My name is Hannah Gadd Ardrey, and I represent the Mississippi Association of Educators. I also represent the Lafayette County School District in Oxford, Mississippi, where I teach 7th through 12th grade choir, music history, and dual credit music appreciation students at Lafayette High School and Lafayette Middle School.
Hi, my name is Owen Bondano, and I represent the Great Lakes State of Michigan. I teach 9th grade English at Oak Park High School, and I am so honored and thrilled to be a recipient of this award.
My name is Heather Boyle from the Oklahoma Education Association. I teach in a therapeutic learning classroom at Ranch Heights Elementary School in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Campbell, and I am proud and honored to represent the Alabama Education Association. I'm also greatly honored every day to be a gifted and talented education teacher at Montesano Elementary School in Huntsville, Alabama.
My name is Eric Combs with the Illinois Education Association. I teach 6th through 8th grade band at the Richland County Middle School in Olney, Illinois.
My name is Kimberly Dixteen Hughes, and I'm a proud member of the New Jersey Education Association. I teach English Language Arts for grades 9 through 12 at Haddonfield Memorial High School. And now, more than ever, America needs teachers.
Hi, this is Tom Ellison. I teach industrial technology in Alexandria, Minnesota. Thank you for the NEA National Award of Excellence.
I'm Amy Galloway, a proud member of NEA Alaska, as well as the Fairbanks Education Association. I teach history and civics at West Valley High School in Fairbanks, Alaska, so that my students can save the Republic.
I am Jane S. Green, and I have the distinct pleasure of representing Louisiana Association of Educators. I work in the Great District of Iberville. I teach English 4 at Plaquemine High School.
Hello, my name is R. Scott Harnish, and I represent the Grand Canyon State of Arizona. I am with the Arizona Educators Association. I teach at Kyrene Del Norte, Music K-5. Good evening.
Good evening, and thank you to Joe and California Casualty for the support and recognition you offer our educator community. I'm Kevin Anderson, Chair of the Board of Directors of the NEA Foundation. Welcome to this very special evening. You know, we have live streamed this event before for those who couldn't join us in person, but this year we're taking it to a whole new level. Through the magic of our technology, we have with us tonight countless educators, awardees past and present, plus their families and friends, as well as national NEA leaders representing nearly 3 million public school employees, top executives from our corporate sponsors, national philanthropic leaders, public school advocates, and many others. Our thanks go out to each of you for sharing your evening with us. For the past 50 years, the NEA Foundation has focused on advancing the leadership of educators across the country. And we are so proud to support your work, your dream projects and aspirations that you have for yourselves, your colleagues, and your students. We hope that you have discovered all that the Foundation has to offer, from grants to a host of programs supporting educators' innovation, collaboration, partnerships, and so much more. Our board and staff's values and firm commitment to further educational justice, equity, excellence, and opportunity across the country drive everything that we do, along with our commitment, in short, to support, share, and celebrate the absolute best in public education. These commitments are at the heart of who we are, why we do what we do, and what we celebrate tonight. Now, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the NEA Foundation Board of Directors. I'm proud to work alongside each of these individuals to advance the mission of this foundation. Thank you for the time and effort you give tirelessly to further the work of the foundation and support public education. Let me also extend a warm welcome to Becky Pringle, the newly elected president of the National Education Association, who began her term in September. We are grateful to the NEA for your partnership, and to you, Becky, and Executive Director Kim Anderson. We are thankful for both of you, for your leadership and dedication to educators and to public education. I'd also like to thank our dedicated sponsors who have made this evening possible. At the Genius level, our thanks go to California Casualty, First National Bank of Omaha, and Horace Mann. Thank you to the following sponsors at the Sage level: American Fidelity, Bank of America, NEA Member Benefits, California Teachers Association, New Jersey Education Association, and the Ohio Education Association. And at the Philosopher sponsorship level, we are grateful for Southwest Airlines, Maryland State Education Association, and the Pennsylvania State Education Association. To all of these incredible sponsors, thank you for your consistent and generous commitment to the NEA Foundation and to the Gala. We would not be here tonight without your support. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge the recipients of 2 awards presented by the NEA last year. Congratulations to Andrea Beeman, the 2020 NEA Education Support Professional of the Year, and to Elizabeth Davenport, the National Council of Higher Education's 2020 Higher Educator of the Year. Congratulations for achieving these honors. Now, let's turn our attention to meeting our second group of California Casualty awardees.
I'm Amanda Harris, proud member of the South Dakota Education Association, 4th grade teacher at Endeavor Elementary, and South Dakota's 2020 Teacher of the Year.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Gail Hudson. My NEA affiliate is the Nevada State Education Association. I am a 5th grade teacher at John R. Hummel Elementary School.
Hi, I'm Lisa Jarvis, representative from the Kansas National Education Association. I teach English 1 and Teaching as a Career elective from Council Grove Junior-Senior High School.
My name is Shonda Jefferson, and I am a member of the South Carolina Education Association. I teach biology grades 9 through 12 at Fairfield Central High School in Fairfield County School District.
Hello, my name is Casey Kaiser from the Maryland State Education Association. I am a proud 3rd grade teacher from Butterfly Ridge Elementary School.
Good evening, my name is Brianna Koch and I am a proud special education teacher. For the last 9 years, I have taught students in kindergarten through 5th grade who are diagnosed with autism or emotional behavior disorder at Forest Hill Elementary in Palm Beach County, Florida. I am honored to be a 2021 California Casualty Awardee and represent the amazing Florida Education Association.
Glad for Ed. I am Layla Kuresh, the 2020 Ohio Teacher of the Year. I am a proud member of the NEA and the Ohio Education Association. Thank you for all you do to support us. I believe in giving youth a voice and in the power of partnership. I am honored to be here among all of you, and thank you, California Casualty, for including me.
Gia LaForge with the Montana Federation of Public Employees. I teach 1st grade at Highlight Elementary in Bozeman, Montana.
Hi, my name is David Lang, and I would like to thank the Iowa State Education Association for this incredible honor. I teach high school band at Independence High School in Independence, Iowa, and I'm proud to represent the fine educators of the great state of Iowa.
Hi, my name is Christine Martin. I'm with the Nebraska State Education Association. I teach grades 1 through 5, Level 1 English language learners at West Lincoln Elementary School in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hello again. Thank you, Kevin. It's so nice to get to see the faces and hear the voices of these educators who can't be here in person to receive their well-deserved awards. Educators always find a way, don't they? Make a way out of no way. So now that we're getting warmed up and comfortable with each other, let's try out that polling feature I told you about earlier. Okay, take a moment to get ready before I ask you this really, really important question. Ready? All right. Out of everyone online and watching tonight, how many of you are wearing an article of clothing right now that could be considered part of the pajama family? Come on now, let's be honest. And let the world know anonymously, of course, if you're wearing A, stretch pants. Pajama pants, joggers, yoga pants, they all count. B, slippers, or you may call these your house shoes if you're from the South. C, fuzzy socks. You know, the ones that you received as a holiday gift that you've been wearing ever since. Any other kind of sock you like to wear on special occasions like this. D, favorite throw blanket, draped across your lap. We're counting that too. All right, so please take a moment to answer that gripping question while I continue on with the program. And speaking of wearing your pajamas while you learn or work, hasn't this been a year of, let's say, new experiences? It has also been a year that has highlighted problems that have persisted across this country for far too long. Persistent racial and economic injustice and pervasive inequities and inequality in education. Sadly, some students didn't have some of the opportunities readily available to others this year, and that's not a new problem, but it's one that is now particularly hard to ignore, the problem of under-resourced public schools, both children and educators who lack access to technology that others rely on. Perhaps now we are at the precipice of a new and exciting moment in public education, a moment bringing forth new opportunities and wonderful widespread change. How about that? Educational excellence and opportunity for all students. This is the passionate pursuit and commitment of the NEA Foundation, and we know the foundation has many friends joining in that commitment tonight. As you'll see, the educators we're honoring tonight are doing everything they can to bring educational equity and excellence to all that they do. They also make their students laugh along the way, showing them that education can be fun and sometimes even silly, like me asking who's secretly wearing pajamas to this event. Okay, so let's see our results. All right, so final answer. Stretch pants. All right, okay, we see you. Let's get back to the awards now. The Horace Mann Educators Corporation has been a longtime partner and generous sponsor of the NEA Foundation. To help us recognize the 5 recipients of the 2021 Horace Mann Awards for Teaching Excellence, please welcome Senior Vice President of National Sales, Heather Cabra.
I love this opportunity to connect with all of you tonight. You are the light in the lives of so many, not just your students, and I feel the warmth of that light right now. We all have something in common. Like the NEA Foundation, Horace Mann was also founded by educators for educators. We are the largest multi-line insurance and financial services provider serving the educational community. And we've proudly served educators just like you for more than 75 years. Educators who, over the past year, have faced incredible challenges, yet continue to show up each and every day for their students. And what an honor this is. Our sponsorship of the Awards for Teaching Excellence is just one way we aim to demonstrate how very much we value the critical role that educators play in our society. Earlier this year, I got to meet each of the 5 finalists and their colleagues, virtually, of course, and it was incredibly moving. So, without further ado, let's meet the first of our 5 Horace Mann Award recipients and finalists for the NEA Member Benefits Award. Amy Galloway is a member of NEA Alaska and an educator who doesn't just teach her students about democracy and citizenship, she asks them to actively participate in it and to know they have a very important role to play. I cannot wait for you to see Amy's story.
Having a hashtag or a mission statement is really important as teachers for us to know why we teach. The reason I teach is so that my students can save the Republic.
I realized that more than history, in social studies, we're teaching democracy and empowering students.
I made it my mission to make sure that every single student understands that they are the makers of their own destiny.
This gave Amy her spark in terms of making sure everybody would never feel like they were left out.
She creates an environment, like that where you can be vulnerable and authentic and real.
Amy brings a force of community into a classroom to her students.
I've heard people say about me, she doesn't just teach students about democracy, she has students do democracy.
She's really thoughtful about how she brings community into the school and vice versa.
You can't learn government out of a book. You have to learn about government and citizenship by actually doing it. So this class is about not just finding your voice, but making sure the world hears and listens to your voice. So We the People, it really is the love of my life.
The purpose of that class is to teach young people like me their civic duty and their responsibilities as a citizen.
They're studying the Constitution, but they make the leap to what's happening in their lives today. And that makes government real for students.
The onus was on me as their teacher to bring to them the people that they needed to talk to. So I said, hey, department, let's do a candidate forum.
It's completely student-run. They plan it, they formulate it, they ask the tough questions of candidates.
Those questions that you put a candidate on the spot in a way that very few other forums do.
If you're gonna be on the school board and you can't answer a question from a student, you shouldn't be running, is the way I see it. Because they have some good questions.
Yes, they do. They're terrifying sometimes.
Ms. Galloway's class is the reason I live the life I live now. I wouldn't be where I am now if I hadn't been in her class.
And when students tell me that I remind them of Amy, it's like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
It's just because of her and her dedication and the community around me as well that really strengthened me and to become a more confident person.
She always has this phrase where she says that her students are saving the Republic. I think she's doing that more than any of us, just by fostering all these students who go out into the world and make a difference. And we're enabled and empowered to do that because of her work. I couldn't thank her enough for that.
Congratulations, Amy. What an important time to engage students in democracy. Our next Horace Mann awardee is Casey Kaiser from the Maryland State Education Association. Casey approaches educating her students by imagining what the world looks like through their eyes. She then encourages her students to create the type of world they want to see, as well as their places in it. It looks like they have a whole lot of fun doing it. Let's hear Casey's story now.
I'll never promise a kid that things won't be hard, but I will promise them that they can do hard things. I'm just gonna put sort of like bars on it. The reality is that the student isn't ready to learn. They're not accessing anything I'm teaching them unless they feel comfortable and safe. So making them feel welcome and warm is just a part of what we do.
Bowtie Club is basically a club for students that Casey started. The club that inspired her was a necktie club, which is traditionally run by an African-American male.
She's always bringing role models for them to kind of inspire them.
Every time they would dress up in their white shirts and their bow ties, and they were just so proud to be a part of a community and be able to look up to someone that looked like them in the roles that they want to be when they grow up.
She puts her heart and soul into meeting her kids where they are, making them feel like part of the classroom community and fostering their love of learning.
My friends that are staying, I want you to grab out your book. I definitely use a lot of props while I teach. I tend to dress up a lot. I think my teammates would tease me a little bit.
Last year on the 101 day of school, she came to school dressed as Corella DeVille.
Or the time that we were all dressed like unicorns because we were learning unit fractions.
She had like her classroom was like mermaid theme.
Funky Fridays, they were
the best.
I believe visually any way that you can excite them by changing what your room looks like or changing what they are wearing or what I'm wearing helps them remember the content that we're learning.
If you could think of just one small thing that you didn't think mattered, she's already there and making it 10 times better than it was before.
She is on cutting edge of what's new in educational trends. And not only does she share those with her students and help them to learn, she does the same for other teachers.
Casey impacts so many people in our community and even across the nation with the teachers that read her blog.
Anything that we need, Ms. Kaiser has. She's already thought of it and is working on it.
She sees herself as a learner and is always spreading that knowledge with everyone else.
When I soak something up and learn it myself, I have to turn around and tell everyone I know about it.
Ms. Kaiser's enthusiasm really rubs off on us. It makes us want to be better teachers.
She is one of, actually the most incredible teacher I have ever had and will ever have.
Every teacher brings light to what their classroom looks like, and I think that's important for the world to know, because I wanted to sort of leave that legacy and leave whatever knowledge that I was lucky enough to be left on to the future generations.
Congratulations, Casey. Those young gentlemen in the bow ties, they look great, right? I love hearing how Casey inspires her students to learn. And speaking of learning, the NEA Foundation and its sponsors want to be sure that educators also have opportunities to be learners. That's why Bank of America supports a program called Grants to Educators. These grants go directly to teachers and education support professionals to improve instructional practice. And many this past year have focused especially on helping educators teach and reach students effectively during COVID. The Foundation's Grants to Educators program also generously supported by another of our key sponsors, First National Bank of Omaha. Thank you, Bank of America and First National Bank of Omaha, for investing in educators. Now let's hear from a few more of our California Casualty Award winners.
Hello, my name is Erica Martin. I'm a member of the Tennessee Education Association, and I'm an instructional coach for 3rd through 5th grade at Eastside Elementary School.
My name is Janice McAllister, and I am a member of the Georgia Association of Educators. Currently, I am an academic coach at Lee Street Elementary School in Jonesboro, Georgia, which is also Clayton County Public Schools.
I'm Erin McCarthy, a proud member of the Wisconsin Education Association Council, and lucky enough to inspire 8th graders to explore the world through social studies at Greendale Middle School in Greendale, Wisconsin.
Hello, I'm Sarah Medallan, a proud member of North Dakota United. I'm a reading and math interventionist at Sunnyside Elementary School in Minot, North Dakota.
Hi, I'm Andrea Melnick. I teach kindergarten at Hillcrest Elementary School, which is part of Logan City School District, and I live in Utah, so I'm part of UEA.
Hi, my name is Mercedes Munoz. I am an instructional specialist at Franklin High School in Portland, Oregon.
Hi, I am Rachel Moran from New York State. I'm a proud member of NEA, NYSIT, and META. I am in my 25th year of teaching at Maynardville High School, and this year I am teaching AP Government and Politics, Economics, U.S. History, Digital Leadership, and G Suite.
My name is Takeru Nagayoshi. I also go by TK. I'm the 2020 Massachusetts Teacher of the Year, and I'm a high school English and research teacher in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Also a proud member of the Massachusetts Teacher Association.
Hi, my name is Luann Fair. I'm with the Maine Education Association. I teach 2nd grade at the James H. Bean School in Sydney, Maine.
I'm Marilyn Pryal, and I'm a proud member of PSEA, the Pennsylvania State Education Association. I teach 10th grade world literature at Abington Heights High School in Clark Summit, Pennsylvania.
Hello, my name is Nora Ramsey, and I am the Senior Ethnic Minority Director at the Kentucky Education Association. I am also a nationally board certified teacher in the area of literacy. I am currently teaching 1st grade. I am a proud Laker at North Callaway Elementary in Murray, Kentucky. Thank you so much for taking the time to honor me and other educators across our great nation.
Hi, my name is Kelly Robinson. I'm a member of the Vermont National Education Association. I teach middle school English language arts and AP language and composition at Hazen Union in Hardwick.
I hope you are as inspired as I am by these educators' stories. And the NEA Foundation recognizes that there are many, many more than we have the time to highlight tonight. Just another reason we're passionate about public education, a great public education for all people, not for some people, but for all. My co-anchor noted a few of the inequities that for decades have limited some students' opportunities. Now is the time to advance justice and equity in education, and that will take all of us working together. Educators, families, organizational partners, and everyone who's willing to lend a hand. But we at the NEA Foundation believe that we all are on the precipice of a new and exciting moment. And we're grateful to have friends, organizational partners, and like-minded policymakers all over the country pursuing the absolute best in public education. Along those lines, let me introduce you to another Horace Mann honoree, a member of the Massachusetts Teachers Association. Takeru Nagayoshi is imparting to high school students both a timely and critical capacity to see the world, not just through our own, but through others' eyes, and to learn to really listen to others. Takeru pushes his students to be their best all around, and he's fighting for funding to help them to achieve their best. Let's meet Takeru.
As an educator of color, I know how much that identity and I think the alignment between who you are and what you see matters. That's another reason why I really make sure that we're having some kind of lens where we can speak about why, who we are, and how we navigate the world is valid. All right, so it's 11:05. We are going to get started, and welcome to our last Literature Circle and Socratic Seminar discussion.
Mr. Nagayoshi, he pushes people to always strive for their best self.
And he puts on this pressure on you, but that's because he knows how great you can be.
Being that Nagayoshi's son of 2 immigrants and he's also a gay teacher, he has this very roundabout perspective about the world.
To have a leader like that and a role model like that as a teacher, I think is phenomenal.
And what you're going to do once you are together with your partner, I'm going to ask you guys to share your Prep 3 document.
I think that the rain could have represented...
So a lot of the work that I do has been based around activities that are inherently peer and group oriented.
He really wants everyone to kind of form their own opinion and also to be able to listen to other people's opinions, even if you might not agree with them.
The development and the thinking and the metacognition of our students come from, yes, the content, but also those conversations that we have, the learning that we do through each other.
And what Takeru has been able to do is really highlight the actual success and the brilliance of the children of New Bedford.
The vast, vast majority of you have been doing such a wonderful job, keeping up with expectations, keeping up with communication.
His drive to make sure that his students are doing good, and not just his class, but other classes too, that really pushed me towards making sure that I was on top of my stuff in sophomore year and freshman year.
We have increased our graduation rates. Our test scores have risen up. A couple of years ago, we led the state in the number of AP capstone certificates that were awarded to students.
He does everything he needs to do to make sure that in the end we're accomplishing and exceeding past whatever expectation it is.
TK also understands that it's his obligation to fight for full funding of public education, a fight where we won $1.5 billion.
Imagine a world where our best and brightest, our most socially conscious, are going into the classroom and are inspiring the next generation of folks. That's the kind of country that I want. And I think it starts from teachers who feel that way to also put that message out there.
Congratulations, TK, and thank you for the important service you are giving our world, teaching the next generation that it's okay to disagree and that we still have to listen to each other. It's got a nice shoe game, too. It's the same kind of investment in our future you're about to see from our next Horace Mann honoree, Sarah Medellin, a member of North Dakota United. She shows that educator is often one title for someone performing multiple roles in children's lives, roles that many times wouldn't otherwise be filled. And Sarah doesn't just come up with innovative programs to benefit her students. She sees the dream to reality. Here's Sarah.
Kids who have books in their homes are more likely to do better in reading. We really wanted to make sure that we are doing everything to help these kids become stronger readers academically.
You guys ready for a treat?
So we decided that we would get into our kids' neighborhoods and give away free ice cream and also free books.
Hey girls, do you want a book?
Kids often say, I hate reading, so when we get out there and put a book in their hand, they're jumping up and down. That's the goal.
See you tomorrow.
Sarah doesn't just stop at thinking something, she keeps going until she brings all of those visions into reality.
If you look at her hashtags, she lists all of her passions, one of which is her Books and Braids program.
Good morning, Audrey. You're just in time for your appointment.
I was trying to find a way that I could squeeze in more reading time with students.
This is also a population of kids who often doesn't get the chance to go to a beauty parlor, so she just thought it would be a great combination.
And it was really fun doing it with Miss Medellin. I've always read Elephant and Piggy books, which are my favorite books. You should have taken him at...
Books and Braids is really more than just reading. It's more about that one-on-one connection with a caring adult.
Even some of the boys are going up and getting their hair done, and everyone just wants to be a part of it.
Do you think that girls should get to go to school everywhere?
Yes.
Do you think that...
Girl power is one of the greatest ideas I feel like Sarah's ever come up with.
Originally, it was just supposed to be a small group of girls that talked about how girls could be anything. It was part of a literacy grant.
Through the years, this Girl Power program has evolved into a program that really focuses on gender equality.
Last year, I think we sent 7 girls to school in Haiti. We bring in speakers. We have gone to the state capitol in Bismarck for Women's Day at the legislature.
My hope is that they will consider leadership roles in their future.
Girl power! Girl power! Now, go make this world a better place!
She just keeps pressing the envelope into providing just the best experiences for our students.
She builds confidence. She builds an environment that those kids feel safe and loved in.
These children have faced obstacles with education. My goal when they come here is to give them authentic, relevant learning experiences, but also to make learning joyful for them.
Even if it's something seemingly small, it made a huge impact for our kids.
She's changed the lives of thousands. It doesn't get any better than that.
Thank you, Sarah. So much of what you educators do is about how you make your students feel. I can tell you those kids feel like someone cares about them and their future. And who wouldn't feel joyful with ice cream and a book in their hands? Speaking of joy, that is exactly what you're about to experience during this next performance. The Resistance Revival Chorus is a collection of more than 60 women who join together to breathe joy in song into the resistance and to uplift and center women's voices. The chorus recently performed as part of the inauguration of President Biden and Vice President Harris. And they are performed alongside artists such as Carly Simon, Ani DeFranco, Natalie Merchant, Keisha, and Bonavere. Tonight, we are pleased to present a performance of the title track, This Joy, from their debut album released last October. Please welcome the Resistance Revival Chorus.
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it to me. This strength that I have. Oh yeah, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have. Oh yeah, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. Oh, this love that I have. This love that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This love that I have. Oh yeah, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this love that I have, yeah, the world didn't give it to me. Singing, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Oh, this pride that I have, this pride that I have. This pride that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have. I said the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this pride that I have, yeah, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. All this peace that I have, oh, yeah. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give me my peace that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. Won't you sing about peace? This peace that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. All this joy that I have, this joy that I have. This joy that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This joy I said the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Give it and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
Resistance Revival Chorus believes in the words written by the poet Toy Darracott when she wrote, "Joy is an act of resistance." We believe in the words of Mr. Harry Belafonte, who said, "When the movement is strong, the music is strong." We sing to revive the hearts of those who fight for social justice, and we sing together for freedom.
Amen. I think we just had church on a Friday night. Thank you, Resistance Revival Chorus. This Joy is certainly the right name for that song. Okay, we're going to do one more poll now since we're on the topic of joy. We'd like to know what has brought you joy during this unusual year. Was it A, realizing a greater appreciation for family, friends, and schools and students? B, learning new skills or finding time to focus on hobbies? C, enjoying a more flexible workday? D, taking the time to think and reflect? Or E, living in sweatpants? All right, here are all the choices up on the screen. Which of these has brought you the most joy in the last year? There are lots of good choices up there. All right, looks like our results are in. It appears that joy comes in all forms, but the top joy bringer this year is, drum roll, living in sweatpants. Or stretch pants, I would imagine. Well, I happen to know that amazing educators bring joy not only to their students, but also to their communities, just like our final Horace Mann honoree does every day. Layla Kubesh, a member of the Ohio Education Association, educates by empowering her students to find their voice and connect it to their communities. She makes not only her students, but also their families feel and know that they matter and that they can do great things. Here's Layla's story.
Growing up as a female in North Africa, I know what it's like to not have a voice.
My students always tend to think their ideas are not good enough. But once they share their ideas, it's the most priceless thing.
Ms. Cubes is one of those kind-hearted people who are a teacher for life. It doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, what your background is. She makes you feel like you matter.
Her teaching style is one that is all-inclusive. She teaches the content based on their interests.
Up, up, up. Muy bien. All right, so now you are going to be in a team. Each class can propose a project that connects them to the community, because I believe learning languages is about connecting with other people. And so they proposed, one class wanted to do live streaming, another class wanted to do podcasts, and then they need to do the research and make me a list, and then I'll buy them everything they ask for.
If it's something that's important to her, she'll figure out a way. She'll do whatever it takes to get what she thinks that they need.
Is there anything else I need to get you for your podcast besides the mic?
No.
Notebook, backpack, food, whatever she can give to them today, she will. She's the most giving person that I've ever seen.
Her passion is not only getting the resources and the funding, it's actually implementing and doing it.
So she created a public affairs program where they have a chance to investigate different issues and share their perspectives.
My students leave knowing that they can ask the right questions. Instead of why me, they change it to how can I?
Many of the things that she does really do involve students and their parents and the community.
She actually goes to their home before school to see what their home life is like.
I wasn't having no one that used to help me because my mom doesn't speak English. Then Ms. Kubash came and she started helping me by taking her personal time during weekends.
Ms. Cubes came up with an idea to start a leadership academy for the parents. She gave us the resources we needed to survive, just so that we could be more focused to help our children succeed.
She finds ways to reach the underserved, to find their interests and how that we can support their needs.
And then by collaborating, I noticed that we get faster to success.
She cares about kids and about people and making life better for those around her. And she will not let anything stop her at that mission.
I was really impacted by two people, Martin Luther King Jr. and Gandhi. And one of them, my favorite quote, he says, if you want peace, start with the children. And I says, I think he got it partially correct. If you really want peace, what if we started with our teachers and see how much you can achieve?
Congratulations, Layla. As we've seen and heard the stories of these impactful Horace Mann Award recipients, I can't help but reflect on a particular educator who was pivotal in my own journey. Coming from the background I did, college initially was a struggle. My freshman English professor told me I wasn't college material and should drop out. Sitting on a bench, holding my withdrawal form and crying my eyes out, I caught the attention of Dr. Luz. Dr. Luz did not just inspire and push me, she saved me. I share this story tonight because I bet each of you has had a moment like that in some form or fashion. You've seen a child sitting on a bench crying and ready to give up because they think they just don't have what it takes. And they caught your attention. And for some, I would imagine that child was you. And an educator saved you. Here's our final group of California Casualty awardees.
My name is Michelle Sandoval Villegas, and I represent TSTA for the state of Texas. I teach at Parkland Pre-Engineering Middle School here in El Paso, Texas, and I teach 7th grade advanced math and leadership, and I'm a proud representative of Ysleta ISD.
My name is Jennifer Schwartfeger, and I'm proud to represent the West Virginia Education Association. I teach biology at Cameron High School, Cameron, West Virginia.
Hi, my name is Becky Snyder, and I am representing the North Carolina Association of Educators. I am in my 23rd year of public education, all in this wonderful state of North Carolina. I've taught the majority of those years in the Mooresville Graded School District. I've taught 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and in October I took the position at the Mooresville Online Academy, teaching 3rd grade virtually.
My name is Randy Stude, and I'm a member of the Indiana State Teachers Association. I teach German in grades 7 through 12 at West Lafayette High School.
Aloha, Kanoe C. Vieira, Washington State Education Association, English Language Arts teacher, Dean of Students at Scriber Lake High School, Edmonds, Washington.
Aloha, my name is Rachel Villanueva, and I'm a 3rd grade teacher at Waialae Elementary Public Charter School with the Hawaii State Teachers Association.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Vitelli, and I'm a member of the Delaware State Education Association, and I'm a proud preschool special education teacher at the Colonial Early Education Program in Newcastle, Delaware.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Watkins, a technology education teacher proudly representing Colonial Forge High School, located in Stafford County within the Great Commonwealth of Virginia.
Good morning, my name is Beverly Weigels. I work at Las Cruces High School in Las Cruces. I am a proud member of NEA New Mexico.
Hi, my name is Rachel Wilcox, and I am with Missouri NEA. I am a 1st grade teacher at Independence Elementary School in the Francis Howell School District.
Hello, I'm Hillary Wimmer, the 2020 Colorado Teacher of the Year. I teach business and finance at Mountain Range High School in beautiful Westminster, Colorado, home of the Mustangs.
Hi, my name is Monica Zaremba, and I'm a member of the Arkansas Education Association, and my local affiliate is the Benton Education Association. I teach Algebra 1 and 2 to 9th graders at Benton Junior High School.
I'd like to take this time to offer a great big congratulations to all of our California Casualty and Horace Mann awardees. It has been so special to see your faces and hear your stories. Your innovation and dedication have truly been an inspiration. I'd also like to thank our host for the evening, Byron Pitts, for all that he has shared of himself tonight. Byron's story reminds us all to look for the potential in every child and to never give up on yourself or anyone. And now, we turn our attention to the presentation of a very special award, the First National Bank of Omaha Award for Outstanding Service to Public Education. With the generosity of First National Bank of Omaha, a multi-year sponsor of this award, we're able to recognize an individual or organization that has made exceptional contributions to advance public education throughout the nation. To present this award tonight, please welcome First National Bank of Omaha's Executive Vice President of the Consumer Banking Group, Jerry O'Flanagan.
Thank you, Sarah. It's an honor to be with you tonight. First National Bank of Omaha has been independent and family-owned for more than 160 years and 6 generations. First National Bank of Omaha, also known as FNBO, is proud to support and present this award that has gone to so many individuals and organizations, making a profound difference in the education of our children. Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, the Special Olympics, the Hispanic Scholarship Fund, and many others. Tonight will be a little different, as this year we must offer the award for outstanding service to public education posthumously. Sadly, our awardee, Allison Rennell Brown, passed away after her battle with cancer this past August. So tonight we are not only honoring her career and accomplishments, but also a life well lived. As Allison's mother, Ann Brown, told us, Allison worked tirelessly for the rights of people who weren't able to see a way. Allow me to share with you just a few highlights of Allison's incredible legacy.
The spiritual connection that I have to Mississippi is really deeper than anything that I could put into words. It's part of my genetic memory. It's part of who I am.
It was a deep-rooted connection to the struggles of those who came before her, one that fueled her life's path. A path that Allison Rennell Brown walked, her ancestors guiding the way.
My family all were sharecroppers in Mississippi, in Yazoo City, before joining the Great Migration to the north to Indiana, where I was born.
She was, in her own words, a shy young girl who would never let her mother get too far from her. Lifted by her mother and guided by her great-grands, Allison grew to embrace her genius, her wisdom, and the fire within her. Her sense of community and commitment was embedded in everything she did as a lawyer, a leader, a philanthropist, and a mother. Her children, Masai and Zora, were her shining stars, the reason she fought so hard in everything she did. Allison consistently fought for justice, racial justice, youth justice, education justice. As a trial lawyer for the U.S. Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division, it was her case in Meridian, Mississippi, that broke open the school-to-prison pipeline, blazing a trail and laying the groundwork for that fight, which continues today.
Allison poured her entire self into dismantling anti-Blackness that is too pervasive in public education.
Yes.
Her belief that Black and brown children should be free to thrive in schools that are safe and equitable eventually brought her to the CJSF, the Communities for Just Schools Fund. She served as executive director, helping to advance educational opportunities for traditionally underserved students.
Allison could always see the world that existed on the other side of the status quo.
Her positivity in the fight for education and youth justice was unwavering.
We will win safe, healthy, equitable schools, absolutely.
But in October 2017, her strength and resolve were put to the test. Allison began a fierce battle with cancer. Hurt and hardship challenged her faith and healing.
What I want the world to know about Allison Brown is that she was a fierce, unique warrior. The best way that we can honor her is by continuing the fight.
Allison's spirit lives on, in her children, in the hearts and minds of cherished family, friends, and colleagues, and in her legacy, a legacy dedicated to ensuring all students have the educational experiences and opportunities they deserve. And just as she stood on the shoulders of those who came before her, it is upon the shoulders of Allison Rennell Brown that others shall stand in the future.
Thank you all so much for being here, for being a part of this conversation. And please, please, please keep fighting, keep pushing. Take care of yourselves.
Our hearts go out tonight to Allison's family, friends, and coworkers. We know you miss her. Take great pride in how she did her work and lived her life. A legacy that will live in those she touched. Next, I'm proud to introduce you to an important partner for the NEA Foundation. Becky, please take it away.
Good evening. I am Becky Pringle, President of the National Education Association. I'd like to congratulate tonight's honorees and extend my gratitude to all of our educators across this country who have risen to meet the challenges of this extraordinary year. On behalf of the NEA, I'd like to thank the NEA Foundation for hosting this annual gala and lifting up educators and public education. Thank you. And now, for the final presentation of this evening, I'll hand it over to the President and CEO of NEA Member Benefits, Gary Phoebus.
Becky, thank you. Thank you so much. You know, Becky, this is my 14th year presenting this award, and I can tell you with great honesty, it's just as exciting this year as it was 14 years ago. You know, even virtually, it's a thrill to be among this group of educators and individuals who represent the NEA and NEA Foundation, state affiliates, NEA member benefits, and business partners who support and advocate for educators. we have an opportunity to further honor the remarkable contributions and endeavors of educators who are shaping the minds, the spirit, and the confidence of the children who will quickly become the future of not just our country, but of our world. Tonight, you've seen the amazing things these educators are doing in their schools and communities. So let me take a quick moment to reintroduce the 5 finalists for the NEA Member Benefits Award for Teaching Excellence. From NEA Alaska, we have Amy Galloway. From the Maryland State Education Association, we have Casey Kaiser. From the Massachusetts Teachers Association, we have Takara Nagayoshi. From North Dakota United, we have Sarah Medellin. And from the Ohio Education Association, we have Leila Kabash. So I had delivered to me today an envelope with the winner in it. So it is now my privilege and honor to announce that the recipient of the 2021 NEA Member Benefits Award for Teaching Excellence goes to, from my home state, the Maryland State Education Association. Congratulations.
Thank you. I am beyond honored and surprised and probably not prepared. I am humbled to be the 2021 award recipient for the NEA Foundation Teaching of Excellence Award. I honestly could not have done this without my fellow teachers and educators. I would like to thank Cheryl Bose, my president of the Maryland State Education Association, and Sarah Sneed, the president of the NEA Foundation. This is an extreme honor. Though teaching is who I am as a profession, it truly is my passion. I love going into work every single day, and I love all of the students that are around me. My biggest thanks goes tonight to my students. They are the reason I get up every day and go to work, and they learn from each other each day. We challenge each other and we learn from each other. So thank you to all of the educators out there. My biggest message would be to just have a voice. Make sure you speak up, because it is the most important thing to make sure that all students have a voice and are there to just be present. And I would also love to thank my friends and family. I know a lot of you are watching now, so thank you so much. I am very honored, and I can't thank you enough. And a huge thank you out to my fiance, Christopher. I could not have done this year without you. So thank you, thank you. It's a huge honor.
Congratulations, Casey Kaiser. You are an inspiration. In closing again, congratulations to all of our honorees. Thank you to our sponsors, the NEA Foundation Board, the NEA family, and to all of you at home for supporting the NEA Foundation. Before you turn into pumpkins for the evening, I do know exactly what percentage of you are already wearing pajamas. Please don't forget to pop into the lounge to congratulate tonight's winners and to make some memories in the virtual photo booth. But first, thank you to all of our talented performers tonight, and I have one final performance to leave you with. For 40 years, this group has inspired equality and inclusion with musical performances and education, promoting social justice and dignity for all. Singing Glory from the movie Selma, please enjoy the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington, D.C. Good night, everybody. God bless.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it would be ours. Oh, one day, when war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory.
Sins that go against our skin become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is juxtaposition in us. Justice for all, just ain't specific enough. One son died, his spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us. Resistance is us. That's why our roots are saddling us. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we put the man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots feet on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it would be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, glory, glory. And the war is over, victory isn't won, but we'll fight on to the finish. And when it's all done, we'll cry glory, oh, glory, glory, glory. We'll cry glory,
Summer is now for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of a crowd. They marched with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles. From dark roads, heroes, to becoming hero. Facing the league of justice, his power was the people. Enemy is lethal, the king became Greek. Saw the piece of Jim Crow under a ball. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing, our music is the cuts that we clean through. Somewhere in the dream we had, an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs in history. No one can win the war individually. It took the wisdom of the elders, the young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes can see the Lord.
one day, when the glory comes, it will be ours, it would be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory, 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 glory. When the war is won, sing glory. When it's all said and done, glory. We'll cry glory.
Education just now.